Okay, so it's G again. I just got done watching, I believe it was 48 Hours, and today's clip, well, today is January the 8th, 2011. Happy New Year to everyone. Um, and this was something that kind of bothered me because I really don't know how to explain it. I was watching the first 48 hours. I love the first 48, by the way. But 48 hours, and I really don't watch TV, but this show really kind of got to me. It was about a lady killing her husband. She claims that he attacked her, and he passed. Um, he called the police, and so did she. The police asked, did they get into an argument, and his response was, she won. Mm. Now, of course, no one was there but the two of them, and it's really sad that he passed, and I don't know. I just wanted to know what YouTube thought, because she was found guilty, and she has 15 years to life. She'll make parole, or she can file for parole in 2025. I don't know the lady, and now my phone is ringing. Well, my other phone. I won't answer that right now. But anyway, it's kind of disturbed me because the part that really got to me was they auctioned off their stuff from her ranch, from his and her ranch. They auctioned off their belongings to the highest bidder, of course, on all that jazz. And I found it disturbing because of the fact that I guess, from what I'm thinking, we go through life without, a worry or a care in the world about when we auction off stuff and all that grand stuff. It's just crazy to me. It's the fact that, I was wondering, did those people know what happened on the farm, and that a guy was killed there or that was stabbed there, or did they know what happened, or that they were buying stuff that belonged to somebody? And it's not the fact that he was dead, but it was not just that he was killed, but it was all that wrapped in one to me. It was that he, it was a family who that stuff belonged to, and now all of a sudden it's just all a mess. And I was wondering, what does YouTube think about it? And, if you have negative comments, I ask that you do keep them to yourself. I only want to know, based off of what I've told you, what is your thoughts on this? Just on the simple fact that we go through life, and I don't think we really stop to take time and appreciate the things that we do have, because any one of us could have been in the situation that she's in, because I do believe in my heart that she is not guilty, but when she was acquitted, they found her guilty. And her husband was a physician, a doctor, for those who don't know what that is, but he was a doctor, and she stabbed him with a butcher knife, I believe, and he had a knife that was on his keychain. Now, of course, when people think about that, because he slashed her arms and stuff, but like her lawyer said, he was a physician. If he's a physician, of course, he would know how to kill you with the steak knife, with the knife he had, the little knife, Fisher's knife on his keychain. He could have probably killed her with a pen, an ink pen, a needle, any of those types of things, and not thought twice about it. So my wondering is, to the women who are in jail, Not those who kill their husbands just for any reason, but to those who are actually, and husbands and wives, to both sides of the party, male and female, who have killed their spouses because they thought they were going to die. I feel bad for you because of the fact that you're locked up. And, this goes out to their families. It's sad when it gets to that point. And the attorney for the other side had said, how can she say that she won her life? Well, I agree. Because if we're in a situation where my spouse, she tries to kill me or something. I'm not married, by the way. I'm saying in long term. But, if it gets to that point and the next thing you know, we're fighting for our lives. She's coming at me, I'm coming at her, which I would never do. I would never do unless I felt like I was in a situation where I thought I would be killed. Now, I'm saying that because of the fact that I'm going to go into law myself as well, study pre-law and theater. But I'm saying that to say that I'm wondering, would they rather she had been killed or he had been killed? And being that he's dead now, is it that they want her dead? And I say that because now, had she not stabbed him or had he still been living, would the jury and the plaintiff, the defendant, all that, or whichever side it was, would they have liked it had he still been living and she was let off the hook, or however you want to put it, and he killed her? I don't know much about abusive relationships, but I do know that, in some instances, now she was white, but in some instances, had she been black or whatever, they go through it until you're dead. You file police reports, you file, lawsuits, you file for the thing where they have to stay so many yards away from you or whatever. And the next thing you know, now the other phone is ringing. Sorry. But you file so many reports and all this other nonsense, and it gets you nowhere because the police don't take you serious. And I believe that because where I stay, I filed a report when I was robbed, and it's like they won't do anything until you're dead. And I guess another question that I can pose to you is: your life worth more with you living, or is it worth more with you dead? And that's just something to think about. I'm not trying to scare anybody into death or anything. It's just the fact that, is it worth more with you living, or is it worth more with you dead? It seems like police don't do anything until it's one of their own or when you're dead. And it's just the simple truth. And I can't say this for every officer on duty, but when you have cops like that, when you have crooked cops, that's what really makes your department look bad. And it's not just those cops, but to those cops who don't speak out, who know about the bad cops and about crooked cops and about cops who really don't care. They just find this a way to have money or to have, their bills paid or whatever. But that's what really makes your department look bad. And, with the questions that I have posed, I hope that I get a response off of this. Like I said, keep all negative stuff to yourself. I really hope that this has brought you to start thinking and to start appreciating what we do have. So, thanks for watching.